Good morning, students. This is Padman sir again in front of you, and here comes with your new video on the topic of your first chapter, that is a computer system. Okay, so we are going to discuss about in this chapter we are going to discuss about these two topics, that is a computer system meaning, and after that the second topic of this video, that is hardware. Okay, so without further going to be delayed, I am just going to remember you that if you are a new here in my channel, then go there and subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, select all from the list so that you can get the notification of my video very fast. So, okay, and just here from the first chapter on the page number 6, the first heading that is in front of me, that is a computer system. Okay, so learn in this chapter basically what are the topics going to discuss in this chapter. I am going to discuss you that the first is a computer system meaning, and then second is hardware, the third is other hardware device, and then after software, and the last topic of this chapter, that is working of a computer. Okay, so basically first of all we are have a look on the first topic, that is a computer system meaning. So the first line of this chapter is that computer is a useful machine. Okay, so it is used in almost every sphere of life. We can play games, write letters, draw pictures, listen to music, store information, solve sum, etc. on a computer. It can work very fast and can do many jobs at the same time. Okay, basically we are just having an information about the computer, that almost in almost all over the world, in every field where we just simply watch that a computer system is going to be used, like in our school, in our home, in libraries, or in hospitals, in malls, or in engineering field, in doctoring field. So all these fields basically are just a computer device is just simply make the work more easy to all those person who are using that. Okay, suppose I am writing a question paper, okay, for you, like for quarterly examination or for half yearly examination, but if I write with the help of a pen or paper, I have taken much time, and I don't think so that the writing is too much good, because a computer type all the letter at a same font, but according to your hand might be, well, some letters might be smaller, some increase their sizes. Okay, so that's why if we want to do our work in a very professional manner, then we have to use the computer system. Okay, so in every field you will watch that when you go to a hospital, you watch that all the work are just simply going through the computer system. Also in the mall you can watch that the bills, okay, and the accessories and all the other product, the detail of that product is just simply shown over a computer device. Okay, and also in every, like in military, also in any other part or in any other field, you can just simply watch that a computer system is just going to be used. Okay, now in the previous, it can work very fast, as we all know that a computer work very fast and do many calculation at a time, like millions and billions of calculation at a time it can perform with a very easy way. Okay, and in the previous class we have learned the use of computer in different fields. Let us review some of these areas. Okay, so let's get watch over this picture over here, that in how many fields or in how many ways we can just simply use a computer system in different fields. Like first of all, we just simply watch that here is the office. Okay, means in every part of the office we can just simply watch that an employee is sitting in front of the computer system. Okay, in hospitals, in designing, in space research, in defense is the military. Okay, like Air Force, like Navy, and like Army. Okay, now after that in airport also, means if you want to get a ticket, an online ticket or a offline ticket, if you wanted to buy or purchase from the ticket window, then we have to go there and we watch that a particular person or that particular officer that is just simply sitting in front of a computer, he just simply type from where you have to travel and from where up to you go. Okay, suppose I am traveling from Uray to Jhansi, then I have to buy a ticket from Uray to Jhansi and I have to pay that fee. Sorry, not the fee, I have to pay the fare to that particular person. Okay, and he just simply give a printout of my ticket from the printer. Okay, so all these work is just simply done with the help of a computer system. Now the last is animated movie and bank also. If you wanted to go to a bank and if you go with your elder ones, okay, like your mom or your dad or your grandparents, if you just simply go there in the bank, you just watch there that when you wanted to withdraw or deposit your money, you have to enter your account number or some details of yours, and you have to give that information to that particular cashier. Okay, that particular person give you the cash or deposit the cash that you want. Okay, now the hardware. What is hardware here? So hardware is, okay, so this is your second topic. Okay, so hardware. What is the hardware? As in a simple way, if I am trying to told you about that, tell you about the hardware, then that physical part of a computer system that can be touched or can be feel with our skin is called hardware. Okay, means here is the definition that the physical part of a computer that we can touch or feel are called hardware. Okay, suppose I am going to touch this book and that book is feel by the skin of my skin, then that is called a hardware. Okay, but this is not a part of computer system. Okay, computer system, the part of computer system like monitor, keyboard and mouse, CPU, speaker, scanner, printer, joystick and etc etc. Okay, so these all are the hardwares. Okay, because we can feel, we can touch the monitor, we can feel the keyboard, so we can touch the keyboard, we can also touch the mouse, we can also touch the computer CPU. So all these part of the computer, the external part of the computer that we have, simply we can touch them, these all are called hardware. Now again, with the help of hardware we can also define software also. How? Just simply in this first line of this hardware, the physical part of a computer that we can touch or feel are called hardware. But according to software, the part of a computer that cannot be touched or feel by us or by our skin is called software. Finish. That's it only. As we already know, a human body consists of different parts. As we all know that our bodies also consist of different parts like digestive system, like respiratory system, like respiratory system, like circulatory system, like skeletal system, like nervous system, the brain, the nervous cells, or and the spine. All these organs just simply make that organ system. Okay. So the outer part of the body are visible, whereas the part like brain, lungs, heart, etc., which are inside, cannot be seen. Like suppose you are watching my eyes, watching my mouth, watching my nose, watching my ears, watching my hair, watching my face, and watching my hand also. You can also see my watch my nails also. Okay, but you cannot watch my heart, watch my mind, watch my lungs, and watch my kidneys and all the other internal organs. Okay, you cannot watch them because they are inside my body, they are not outside. So that particular thing that is inside and we cannot see them, we cannot touch them, these all are called soft. Okay, these are all are called soft organs. Okay, so likewise in the computer system, those part of a computer that we cannot touch or feel, that is called software, and that part of a computer that can be touched or feel with the skin is called hardware. Okay. Now similarly in a computer we can see only those part of hardware that are outside, like monitor, keyboard, etc. Okay, they are attached to the CPU by a cable. Like suppose there is a monitor. Okay, wait a minute. Suppose there is a monitor. Okay, don't judge me because my drawing is not so good. Suppose this is a CPU. and this is your monitor. Okay, and this is suppose a USB cable. Okay, so you have to connect that USB to your CPU so that your computer is to be work. So you have to place your USB the backside of the CPU so that all the computer systems simply work in very fine manner. Okay, so some part of the hardware are inside the CPU. We can see them. We can when we open the body of a CPU box, like hard disk, CPU chip, like the processor, and etc. Okay, means some of the part of the computer system is just simply inbuilt in the CPU or in the monitor. We cannot see them, but if we open the CPU box, or we just simply open the monitor, then we watch, then we see, or then we feel them. Okay, but they are all inside. Okay, inside the CPU. Like now, main part of the computer. So what are the main part of the computers? Just we are going to discuss about here. A computer has the following four main part. Not the four main part. There are five main parts. Okay, and this is a might be some small mistake. Okay, in typing, that there are not four main part. There are five main part in the computer system. I am going to tell you that what are they, so that help in performing the IPU cycle. Okay, so if you want to do IPU cycle, then you have to need five basic, means important parts of computer, so that you can complete your full work over the computer system. So what are they? The first is monitor. That is very important for you, because that particular thing gonna be visible your work over the screen. Okay, one means whatever you do over there, you can watch over in the screen on the monitor. Okay, and the second is CPU. That is also important, because without CPU you cannot process your input data. Okay, means you cannot also give the input, because the keyboard and the mouse, both the input devices are just simply connected in the CPU. So when there is no CPU, then the cable are just simply hang over there like this. Okay, so you have CPU is must. Okay, this is very important for the computer system, because this is the brain of the computer. Okay, inside the CPU there is a chip called the processor. Like the different company made that processor, like Intel, AMD, and Snapdragon, and MediaTek. Okay, so all these companies just simply make the processor for your phone, for your computer system, so that that the command, that the input given by you is simply processed by the computer system, and after that it will give an output for you, and that is most relevant output for you. Okay, but suppose you give input that 2 multiplied by 2, then the answer is 4, means this is relevant. Okay, if the computer system gives like 3 or 5, then that is wrong answer, but the computer system gives only 4, because if there is a condition. Okay, there is a condition. If the input is wrong, then the result is also wrong. Okay, but result is wrong according to you, not according to the computer system, because it never make mistakes. It is 100%. It gives you a 100% accuracy of answer. Okay. Now after that, first, the part of the computer. So the first is monitor, the second is CPU, and the third is keyboard. With the help of keyboard, we just simply type the letters, numbers, and symbols, and also do some navigation and operational work with the help of keyboard. Okay, and the third is mouse. With the help of mouse, we can select or click or do everything whatever we want to do, like drag the icon from here to there, or we also check the properties, we also click over whatever icon you want to do, or whatever type of software you want to open. You have to just simply click over that icon. Okay, now after that, after that the fifth, okay, that's the fifth part of the computer, that is most important, that is speaker. Means without speaker you cannot watch the movie, you cannot play games, because if you want to play some games, then the sound is most important thing, because without sound you cannot imagine that where are you going like that. Okay, so sound is must. So the speaker is also an important part of computer. So there are five main part of computer, like first is monitor, second is CPU, third is keyboard, fourth is mouse, and fifth, that is most important, that is the speaker. Okay, so first the monitor, we are going to discuss about monitor, that what is monitor. So the a monitor look like a TV screen. It display the work that we do on a computer. It also display the movement of the mouse pointer on a screen. Okay, monitor is also known as video. Okay, the full form of video is visual display unit. Okay, always remember that all the short form are just simply given in this chapter. You have to remember all the short form, and you have to write in a rough copy or in a fair copy also. Okay, so that it may be memorizable for you for your future. Okay, so what is the full form of video? That is visual display unit. Okay, visual means the part of that thing that is visual for you. Okay, you can just watch that movie. In that part is called visual, and display, that particular whole screen is called display, and unit means this holder device. Okay, now the information that we see on a monitor is called soft copy. Okay, so suppose we are going to watch a movie over here, then that movie is called soft copy. Okay, there are three different type of monitor. There are three different type of monitor, like CRT monitor, LED monitor, and LCD monitor. CRT for cathode ray tube monitor, LED means the light emitting diode monitor, and LCD means liquid crystal display monitor. Okay, the first is CRT, then second is LCD, and first is CRT, second is LCD, and third is LED. Yes, now I remember this one. Okay, so the first is CRT, that cathode ray tube monitor. The CRT monitor contain a vacuum tube and are bigger in size and consume more power. These are very bulky in shape. Okay, these are very bulky in shape, like a old TV. Okay, like a dabba. Okay, so this type of TV is called simply CRT TV. Okay, you can just simply watch an ad like dabba, uncle ka TV dabba, like that. Okay, so that TV is called CRT TV because it contains a cathode ray tube inside it, and that project the light over the screen, and that shows all the cartoons and all the characters in front of you in that particular monitor. Okay, and it also consumes more power, means you have to give more power to the TV, then after it will open. Okay, now after CRT, the technology is improved, and after that you will got a LCD TV, that or a LCD monitor, like liquid crystal display monitor. That LCD monitor has a flat type of screen, it consumes less power. Okay, means basically that is much slim than the Dimba. Okay, and after that whatever I am just simply saying, that take less power. Okay, in comparison to a CRT, literally it take less power than CRT monitor. Okay, then after the LED TV will come, means now technology will improve more, and after that they will give you the LED TV or the LED monitor, that is called light emitting diode. Okay, means whole over the monitor you got small LED lights over there. Okay, like millions or billions of lights over there in that whole panel, and after that these monitors have better display. Okay, in comparison to LCD, not comparison to CRT, because CRT is the worst monitor according to, because it has a bulky shape and consume more power. But in comparison to LED or LCD, LED is much slim, and after that it consumes much less power. Okay, like in comparison to LCD, LED consume 40% less power than a LED TV consume. Okay, so here is written as that LED monitor use 40% less power than LCD and last longer. Means suppose you buy a LCD TV in 2010 and it will last down to 2020. That's it. Okay, but in 2020 you purchase LED TV, then you will got that last long up to might be 15 or 20 or 25 years. Okay, so that is more last long than LCD and CRT the movie. These monitors are in maximum use today. Okay, means everywhere in every field you will just simply go there and watch that every person is just simply you take LCD in use in today's daily life. Okay, so now the second is CPU. What is CPU here? So CPU is central processing unit. Okay, so what is that? It is the brain of a computer. As I told you that this is the brain. Okay, that our brain is just simply here. Okay, that is protected by the skull. Okay, skull means like the khopdi. So here is the skull, and inside the skull we have a brain over here. Okay, so likewise the computer system, this is the brain of a computer. Okay, and inside the CPU there is a small chip like that much. Oh, sorry, that much. Okay, this much the size of a computer chip, and that is called a processor. Okay. And nowadays the latest, I think latest processor from Intel is i9, I think i9 Gold Premium. That is the most and the I think that is the updated version of that processor. Okay, so CPU is the brain of a computer that processes all the instruction given to a computer, means all the instruction, all the data, all the command that is given by a user to the computer system is just simply processed with the help of CPU, with the help of that processor. Okay, so basically means that the command or that order that is given by us or the user is just simply processed by the help of CPU. Okay, now it solve all calculation and display the result on the monitor, means whatever type of calculation you have to simply perform in the with the help of keyboard in the monitor, it will just simply project is here and after that show the result over the monitor screen. Okay, like here. Okay, suppose you just simply wait a minute, just simply give this is the input. Okay, 2 multiplied by 2. This is the input. Okay, and the equal is called, that is process, and that the 4 is output. Okay, so this is the whole the process IPO cycle. Okay, this is the IPO cycle, nothing else. Okay, IPO cycle means input, process and output. That's it. Okay, now after that it also store a lot of information. Okay, it means inside a CPU not only a processor is just simply inbuilt over there. There is a hard disk. There is a hard disk also inbuilt in a CPU so that it can store your data like your movies, like your pictures, like your photos, like your music, and like your game also. Means everything you can just simply store in the computer in a hard disk. Okay. Now after that, here is a just simply a thing that is a CPU is made up of 3 main parts. Okay, here is only 3 parts, not 4 and not 5. This is right. Okay, so these all 3 parts are MU, CU and ALU. MU is here like memory unit, CU is here control unit, and ALU is here arithmetic and logic unit. Okay, so let's go to start this from MU. What is that? Memory unit. So in this unit we can store data and instruction which are processed and are then passed on to ALU and CU. Means that particular data I give to the as a command to the computer system is just simply stored in this memory unit, and then after it will pass that data to CU or to ALU. Okay, what is that CU? CU control unit. Control unit is just like a traffic police, okay, or like a teacher. Okay, suppose I am there, I am in a class, and all the students are just simply making noise, but I am not in the class. Okay, means the class is empty here without a teacher, and all the students are just simply making a noise and moving here and there. But suppose from that gate I just simply entered. Okay, after entering from this gate of mine, like entry of mine, and after that what that I am, like the Pradyuman sir is just simply entered in the class. We all are simply sitting in a well behavior, well maintained, like, okay. So that the process, or that the particular thing after coming me, okay, after when I just simply get inside in the class, after just entering, you all are simply sitting in a well behaved manner. Okay, so that is called the control unit, like control in my hand. Okay, so likewise the computer, likewise the CU, the control unit also work. What type of work? A control unit work like a traffic policeman. It control and manage the working of all the part of the computer. Means it look upon the over all the different part of the computer, like all these part are just simply doing their work in a appropriate manner or not. Suppose in my finger there is a little cut. Okay, so my brain will just simply get a message that the part of that finger is that got more vitamins and minerals so that it can repair itself. Okay, so that's like a control unit. It is also improvise itself and take a message and maintain that factor or maintain that particular part of the computer. Okay, now then after the ALU. Okay, so what is that ALU? This unit perform all arithmetic calculation like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Okay, like ALU, the arithmetic and logic unit. Okay, means at this part of the CPU or this part of the processor, you got the all calculation like basic operation, subtraction, addition, division and multiplication. Okay, it turn the page and the page number is 8. On the top of the page it also perform logic operation like suppose I give you two digits, like which one is greater, like 5 and 8. Okay, so you have to think about it, and then after you have to give the answer that who is greater, like the digit 5 or the like digit 8. So you just simply think, and after that you give the answer that sir, may I? Yes, please. And then after you just simply told me that sir, 8 is the digit that is greater than 5, and 5 is the digit that is smaller. Okay, smaller than 8. Okay, so like finding the greater number, smaller number, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or equal to or not equal to. Suppose I am telling that 5 or 8 are equal, so you are saying no sir, there is a difference between them, that is 3. Okay, because when 5 minus from 8, we will get 3 as an answer. Okay, so there is a lot of difference between them. So these are not equal, but when I say 5 and 5 are equal, 8 and 8 are equal. Okay, and who is smaller in 5 and 8? Then you just simply say 5 is smaller than 8. Who is greater here? Then 8 is greater than 5 with a difference of 3. Okay, so now here we got the keyboard. What is that keyboard? So keyboard is used to type data and instruction into the computer. As I told you that keyboard is also very useful. Without keyboard we cannot just simply give the command like the alphabetical. Suppose we wanted to type a letter, then we have to knowledge about the keys. Okay, like A B C D and all these things. And after that the numeric key, the symbol key and the navigation key, like the up arrow key, down arrow key, left arrow key and right arrow key. And then after the enter key, space key, shift key, control key, alternate key, all these keys, and the function key like F1 to F12, all these keys are just simply inbuilt in the keyboard, and we have to take the whole knowledge of keyboard. Okay, after taking the knowledge, we can just simply type our letter and whatever we want to type or whatever we type to work with the help of a computer. Okay, so basically the commonly use of computer has 104 keys which can be divided into many groups based on their functions. Okay, means if you purchase a keyboard like a standard keyboard from a market or from not we call the showroom, we call the simply call that from a brand like Dell, like HP or Logitech and Zebronic. These are some famous brand. So when you purchase some of the keyboard, we can just simply the standard keyboard is just simply contain 104 keys inbuilt inside it. Okay, so these all 104 keys are just simply grouped. Okay, grouped based upon their functions. Okay, so what are these? The first, the yellow part of the keyboard is showing that this is typing keys like alphabetically. Okay, alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means ABCD and 1 to 0 means 1 to 0 means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 0. And after that, the green colored key shows that these are navigation keys like page up, page down, page left, page right, and up arrow key, down arrow key, right arrow key, left arrow key, like all that. The red keys just simply showing that control keys. These can be like control key, alternate key, and the shift key, enter key, like all that. Then after they also contain these three keys like caps lock, numeric lock, and one more. So the fourth is the blue colored keys are just simply numeric key like 1 to 0, and after that the enter button and the decimal like the point system. Now the third is function key. What are they? Okay, in the function key you can just simply watch the F1 to F12. All these function key are just simply on the top of the keyboard. Okay, from in a 3 groups. Okay, means F1, F2, F3, F4, and this is a group. And F5, F6, F7, F8. This is a group. F9, F10, F11, and F12. This is another group. Okay. So basically, these types of keyboards, keys are just simply present in a keyboard in a different manner. Okay, so we have to take a full knowledge of keyboard from any elder one, or you can also get that information from me. Okay, now the last topic of this video, that is mouse. Okay, so mouse is a pointing device. It is connected to a CPU by a cable. A mouse usually has two buttons on it. It is used to point, select, and move any object on a screen. Moving of any object from here and there means you wanted to place two, not in this place. You want to place this two from here to here. Then that process is called dragging. Okay. So basically, I am going to tell you that a mouse is also a input device. Okay, so basically there is two buttons over there in the mouse, that is left mouse button and right mouse button. Okay, in the center of the mouse there is a scroll wheel. With the help of a scroll wheel we can easily up and down the page. Okay, with the help of that scroll wheel. And after that, when we move the mouse with our hand, a pointer on the screen means when we just simply drag the mouse. Okay, drag the mouse over there in the mouse pad, we just simply watch that there is a pointer. Okay, the pointer shape is like that. So this is your pointer, and the size of the pointer is much bigger in this in that area, because if like that much the size of a pointer is there, then the screen size is much smaller. Okay, so you can imagine that the size of the pointer is much smaller. Okay, so when you just simply drag the mouse in the mouse pad, you just simply watch that the pointer is also moving here and there over the monitor screen. Okay, so nowadays the scroll mouse is more in use. A scroll mouse like the scroll wheel in between the two buttons like left button and right button. So between the left and right button you got a scroll wheel inside it. You have to just simply scroll that wheel so that you can down the page, up the page. Okay, very easily. Now that has a scroll wheel in the center of the two buttons. Okay, center of the two buttons means in between the two buttons. Likewise this. Okay, I'm going to tell you that. Like suppose this is the shape of the mouse. Okay, this is the shape of the mouse, and this is the first button. This is the second button, and here you got a wheel, and that is called the scroll wheel. This is called the scroll wheel. Okay, and this is the right button, and this is the left button. Okay, so this is the left button, this is the right button, and in between the mouse and this is the cable that is connected to the CPU. Okay, so basically all these things are just simply going to teach you about the computer system, and I think this is enough for today, and this video was lengthy, so I'm just simply stopping this video here. But before stopping this video here, I'm just going to remember you that if you are new here in my channel, then go there and subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, select all from the list, so that you can get the notification of my video very firstly. And don't be panic over there. I'm going to upload all these video of your lessons in a computer subject regularly from today, so don't be panic about it. Okay, and if there is any problem over there, then you can just simply take my WhatsApp number from the Google Classroom that is uploaded over there. Not now, I'm just going to be upload my mobile number very soon. So if there is any problem over there, then you can just simply contact with me with the help of that WhatsApp number. Okay, so stay tuned with me on my channel. Goodbye.